So this is the Vita, and like I said, you know, there was a lot of worry in the beginning that this would crash, and there were some people complaining, and to be honest, we haven't had any problems with it at all. It connects to the net just fine. It's run its games, and it works great. So everything on it is good. I think I kind of went over some of the basics with you guys before, but just to kind of give you a basic idea here, you've got your usual little buttons here on the sides. You've got your 3D stick on both sides, buttons over here too. Up here you've got your right and left buttons. You've also got volume control and your power, and then the spot here for your game in here, which is nice because it's nice and closed off so that dust and stuff doesn't get in there. You got your camera, rear facing camera here. On the front here you've got your front facing camera, so you can get good pictures for both ways. You got nice little grip indentations here for when you're playing. It takes a little getting used to, I think, to actually use them. I don't know, I always wind up doing this. But the thing does kind of feel kind of natural, I think, with that area. And then you have this whole sensor section back here, which is pretty cool. So what I thought I'd show you guys today here is we'll go ahead and turn it on. I thought we'd go ahead and just look at the basic interface and how it works here. So you could tell today is Monday and it's 4:23. So the interface for the Vita is kind of fun in the sense that there's these little kind of, oh, hello, it went to sleep, sorry. There's these fun little places where you can peel kind of the page to move on to the next thing. So you can see it's kind of peeled down. I'm just going to slide that open and open up to where I am here. And I'm actually going to go back home. I was someplace else before, but this is just what a basic kind of beginning screen looks like here. And you've got your welcome park. You've got this little party section here for when you want to play with other friends. The PS store, trophies, group messaging, your list of friends. Near is supposed to help you find people that are nearby and get your localization settings in place. You have your browser and then your photos here that you can see. And then you scroll through by, you can also see what's here to the side. This shows anything that's active. I was looking at the welcome park before, so this is still active. If you want to stop having something active in the background, you can just go ahead and slide it away, and then it's gone. Then you go ahead and scroll down. You could tell there's a couple little buttons here to show you that there's more below. But here I have where my music is, where my videos, setting up remote play, your content manager if you want to get rid of games you've downloaded to clear up space, get rid of music, those kinds of things, and then your basic settings. And then here I've got the 2 games that I've been playing so far that are in here as a guide, kind of just give you an idea of how things look. So what I'm going to show you guys today is the welcome park to give you an idea. This is a really great way to introduce you to the way that the Vita works with all its cool new technology. So let me go ahead and show you guys here. What we want to do is we're just going to start this, and there's 5 activities here that you can use to help make yourself familiar with the way that the Vita works. So we'll let this kind of start up here. There it is. So as with most things Sony, it's always kind of fun and clever and not just boring. You've got a nice little kind of sensor thing here where you can toss things around and they make a neat little noise. So I'm just going to start off showing you guys the touch one right here. This is called Digit Chase, and you can try out some of the ways to practice using the touching sensor of everything. So I'll show you how it works here. So this is just tapping with your fingers when you play. So you just tap in order, 1, 2, 3. And it gets more difficult as you go along. And you want to try to, you know, finish quickly, get a good time. You'll notice this one has 2 rings, so I need to clear one and then get the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. You kind of go through all of these this way. Then you'll get through these and you'll notice in the next section I have 2 3s, and the way to do them is they have to be tapped together. So you can either do 2 thumbs or with one hand tap them both together to eliminate them. But you can see how this can be kind of fun, kind of challenge for yourself to get used to the touch sensor of everything. There's 2 here. Yay! Yeah, okay, so my time's terrible on that, but you can tell that's kind of how that game works. And then it's just a fun way to kind of familiarize yourself with the way that everything works there. I'm going to go back to the main menu and show you guys some of the other features here in this park. We'll go ahead and do the camera puzzle section next. This is fun because you can take a picture or a picture you already have in your library of photos and make it into one of those little slide puzzles. So we can choose what we want to do here. I've got an origami I made here. So I'm going to go ahead, you can see my iPad up there that I used to record. I'm going to flip the camera view around here. So I've got my little origami I made for next week. I'm going to take a picture of him. And then I can use that, and you could choose different difficulties by choosing how many tiles, and just choose the easiest one here, and then just mixes it up. And then there's a time challenge to see how quickly you can solve it. And then you just use, your basic slide functions of if you're familiar with how to use any touch technology. This is very easy, of course, but it's really friendly for people who might really be new to this. So it's kind of nice and unique that way. So I'm going to go back to the main menu here, rather than boring with you guys while I try to figure out how to solve that puzzle. But then we can also look at this part here, which is the working with the tilt axis that's built into the Vita. So you work on different axes like this and turning to help play. So it's just a basic thing where you're a skater and you're trying to dodge the balls. So let's go ahead and see how we do here. This is actually my first time playing this, so we'll see. Little skater dude, he's kind of cool. Alright, let's see. So I don't want to obviously run into him. You can make him slide all the way to the edge of the screen, and you obviously don't want to get hit by the ball. So you can jump by tilting this way, which is kind of cool. Get him to go one way or the other. Oh, and I didn't know he'd be coming on that side, so I got hit. So, pretty basic. You get hit once you're out, but it is a nice way to get used to the way that the game works. Then we just have two others here that we could do. We have the sound loop function here, and this lets you use the microphone. So I'll try to do something here so you can see what to do, but go ahead and play it and show you here how it goes. So we have this cool kind of little sound environment, and then if you tilt things and move it around, you get these cool new sounds. You can record. And then there's different, sound choices for this, and you can kind of play with it to make different kinds of beats and stuff. And it can be kind of a fun, kind of like mix box kind of thing to play with different sounds that you might have, music that you can have too. So it's kind of a fun way to play with sound. And then we just have one other last little feature here as part of the welcome park to get you used to how to use everything, and that is right here. This is letting you use the camera, and it'll help you find things that look like faces. So we can kind of play around with this and see. I'll get something to kind of show you guys how it works. So you could take little photographs of faces. Press the camera setting here, and you could choose what to take a picture of. Once you've got something chosen, you can just snap it. And that's how you can kind of save this little face. And that makes it kind of like a little face there. This is a little harder to see because it's not really actually a face. So I think if you might be able to see it a little bit here. It's kind of making these two dots look like eyes. But if you actually take a person's face, it's kind of amusing to see the way that it's kind of changing there. So there's that one. And that kind of sums up what the Welcome Park is really all about. So it's sort of just a really basic introduction to the way that everything works on the on this little Welcome Park area here, and tells you how to use everything. So pretty nice, easy way to be introduced to the Vita. And we'll go ahead and go back home here. And then, like I said, if you're done with that, you can just swipe it away and be finished. So that's just an introduction, to the way that this Vita works.